A roll. Alan Will.
Will and L.
Will and L.
There we go.
So you rode in here on your bike?
I rode in on my bike.
On your bike?
Or as somebody said to me when I was driving out, BAIC.
BAIC.
Yeah. Do you know what it actually stands? Do you know what it stands for?
British Automotive Engine. No.
Beijing Automotive.
In China. Industrial.
It's Industrial Corporation, I think it is. Yeah, I think that's the full name or the true name. Okay. Now
it's a Jeep.
Yes, the B40.
It's a Jeep.
B40 Plus. Sorry, let's give it its full name. And I've been driving for a few days the mid-spec version, which is called the City Hunter.
The City Hunter.
City Hunter.
City Hunter.
The top spec is is the Champion.
They called it a City Hunter.
Yeah.
It's a Jeep.
Yeah. It's powered by the now you get the option of the diesel and the petrol.
Yeah. This is the
interesting.
Petrol one.
Diesel is manual only. Petrol is auto only. I've said to them, apparently it's just not available to them. Where's the diesel auto for South Africa? Really and truly. But anyway, the petrol puts out, it's a 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine.
Turboed.
Of course, it would have to be. 160 kilowatts and 350 newton meters of torque.
Do you know what that thing weighs?
Sorry, hang on, I lied. 320 newton meters.
Do you know what that thing weighs?
Plenty.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it needs all that grunt.
It needs the grunt. Wait, what? Okay, let's get my gripe out of the way.
6-speed box.
6-speed auto. There is an 8-speed coming soon. Didn't hear that, did you? My gripe about the box and the engine and everything is, for example, you take a corner. There's nothing low down when you want to put your foot.
You come out the corner.
Come out of a corner. Okay?
Has it got pedals?
No pedals. Not on this one. I'm trying to remember if the Champion has or not. Don't quote me.
Has it got a manual option?
Yeah, you can knock it into manual mode. But again, it's not worth it. But you've just got, you know what? It's not an issue if you're aware of it and you know it.
Yes.
Because then you just allow for it. And then it's fine. It really is. Now, this has been a relatively short test, Friday to Tuesday.
Okay.
So that's why you didn't even get your grubby little paws on it.
When is it going back?
It's going back tomorrow.
Going back tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is a fairly short test.
It is a very short test.
But you're rotating them, aren't you? You're getting another one after some
I'm getting
stage.
other bike products. Can we simply say that?
Ooh.
Yes. Ooh. Okay, we don't know what yet. But they are launching.
There's something in what he's not saying there, folks.
They are launching something in 3 days' time.
3 days.
But it's not this. It's something. And now for something completely different, as they said in the classics.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk too much on it yet, so I won't.
But when it comes out, we'll talk about it.
When it comes out, that's this Thursday, so we will get something out. Book time Friday, we're going to get something out.
We'll get something out.
Okay. Now, let's talk the Jeep.
Jeep. The bike.
The bike.
The Jeep bike.
What they have done, there have been all these lawsuits of copies by Chinese manufacturers.
Landwind.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. And a few others.
Quite a few
They've
others.
been well documented. What BAIC have done is they have not been guilty of that. They have gone into joint ventures with various manufacturers over the years.
So the bits that look like Jeep are in fact Jeep.
They are actually probably previous generation Jeep, but they Jeep.
Yeah, but
So
previous generation Jeep is still good.
they probably look. I don't know
Solid.
all the details. I'm not going to claim to, but for example, they probably assembled Jeeps for Jeep Chrysler in China, etc.
Okay.
And then had the right to put their badge on it down the line.
Makes sense.
It's that kind of situation. Okay, so there you go. Now, on this test I've just done on the road. I haven't done anything else, okay? But on my previous test, go back on the channel. You'll find the video where we took it up the mountain on the farm.
Okay.
At the Motor Matters farm. You know about Motor Matters facility on the Gush Valley farm? We took it there for the day.
Top secret.
Nobody knows where it is, and you will not find out. It'll cost you. Yes, you too. But we took it there, went up the mountain, did everything perfectly. No hassle whatsoever. It's got...
Have you ever had any vehicles stuck up that mountain?
Not me.
Okay.
Okay? Apparently, historically, it has happened, but not me.
Okay.
Apparently, legend has it that
Once upon a time.
a couple of generations back, he used to take a Ford Galaxy up there.
Oh, really?
Yes. But the legend also has it he only got about halfway.
And then the mountain gave up.
Something like that, yeah. But that's urban family legend, okay?
Okay.
But now, it's got all the
It's got
4x4.
Has it got the Jeep off-road?
It's got all the
Tricks
all the Jeep tricks it's got. It's got the capabilities. It's got the 4x4, the diff locks, the everything else. I mean, I'm not going to go into it. You've got to see
It's
it.
got all
Okay?
diff locks.
It's got everything you want, yeah?
620.
Shh. Wait, we haven't got there yet.
I mean,
Yeah, okay. So it's got all those things you want. The dash itself is a bit unusual.
Okay.
You've got to get used to certain of the controls. Just the layout's different. Let's simply call it that. But you know what? Unlike us who have a car for a few days, have to get used to it instantly because it's going back, if you buy one, give it a day, give it a week, give it 2 weeks, you'll be used to it. So what if it's different? It's not the point. And that's the thing. But it's got all those things. You can take the roof off as well in panels, etc.
Oh, really?
You can do those things.
Nice.
I don't know about the doors. I haven't heard about the doors on this one.
Just looking at it, it looks like those doors can come off just based on the harness.
Probably,
Because that's out of the Jeep playbook.
Yeah. So it's got all those sort of features. I know that on the launch of the B40 about 18 months ago, I actually rode in the boot section of one that had the top off. It was a bit of fun. And I rode in for quite a distance on road.
Really?
Yeah, sitting in there.
Who put you in there?
I decided to myself.
And who was driving?
Actually, one of the professional instructors.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you didn't find any big bumps to sort of like,
No, he's my friend.
Oh.
Yeah. So it helps.
Wouldn't be me.
Okay, there are one or two little things that do glare out at you. This vehicle's got 12,000 kilometers on the clock already, and I'm not noticing undue rattles, shakes, whatever that's falling apart. As I said, the dash layout is somewhat unusual. There's one silly little thing that I've pointed out to them. Sorry, I'm going to laugh. That they promised me they will change. Is when driving it, I was looking for the left footrest, the rest for my left foot.
Don't tell me it's like Jeep and there isn't one.
It's on the passenger side.
It's on the passenger side. So they've got to move it.
They've got to move it still. Silly little thing. But now the point of this vehicle is, as we're driving it there, 629,500.
Yeah.
Another 20,000 rand gets you the champion version with a few extra bits and pieces and whatever. Exactly the same mechanically.
Usual Chinese formula.
Yeah.
Beat them at a price. Just
beat them on price. Now,
come in and
when
make
I did
it
my last
unbelievably
test
attractive.
on the champion, a lot of people, I'd rather buy a second-hand Jeep Wrangler.
Would you?
The difference being, do you want a new car or do you want a second-hand car?
Do you? Exactly.
Which do you want? You get there's an optional 4-year, 60,000K service plan available on this.
Okay.
There is the warranty. So you know the difference. We're not going to tell you because this is not our business actually in our side of the game to tell you to buy new or used. That's not generally our game.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh.
The point being 630,000 rand for this vehicle. Yeah. In today's money,
it's compelling. You kind of like, damn it.
You know what? It's exactly the same as the Gladiator and a few others. I don't know if I'd want this as my everyday car. It's big, it's bulky, it's heavy on fuel, relatively speaking, which you expect. But I'd love to have one to play on weekends. That's the point.
Or on special nights out. Yeah, this is the thing with these cars. And I mean, but when you're driving around, you actually do see, again, you see them on the roads. People do daily them.
And I must tell you,
it's possible.
It gets reaction.
I'll bet.
On the road. People
because everyone thinks it's a Jeep and then all of a sudden
they all
it's
think
not.
it's the Jeep, yeah.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's not, yeah.
Yeah.
It's clever.
I mean, I'd love to actually, what they call Q car one, take the badges off.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you...
Just black it out a bit. Put a couple of Q codes on it, as you say. Q, yeah.
Yeah. I guarantee you 8 out of 10 people would say, it is the Jeep, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So there is that.
I
mean, look, okay.
But what's
You're
interesting?
talking a 2-litre turbo petrol as opposed to a 3.6 V6 that Jeep use. So obviously there's a massive difference there.
Well, that's 210 kilowatts and 380 odd newton meters and about a squillion litres of fuel.
Correct, yeah. So just allow for that.
It'll be interesting to see how this pans out because, if someone's going to get this mesh of American and Chinese to work together, then go for it. Because I remember Daewoo came into this country
Yes.
a while back. I'm giving away my age now. And there was an unmitigated disaster. I mean, it didn't work. You know, everyone looked at the cars and said, well, that's not a Daewoo, that's just an old version of an Opel or an old version of XYZ.
A Chevy or whatever. Yeah.
And you just bought the old plates and stamped it together and trying to convince us it's a new bundle of fish.
Correct.
And Saving the Market just said no. But this is more current, I think.
A, it's more current. B,
It's a partnership.
It's a partnership, but then there's the third point. Chery and Haval have turned around the entire conception of Chinese cars in South Africa.
Well, you can't argue what's happening at the dealerships and the cars that
That's
are
the
flying
point.
off. And
Okay, they have suddenly turned that whole thing of the Chinese cars, period. And I know I'm generalizing, but where there was the stigma with the original Chinas and a few others like that, and there was that big stigma, to what they suddenly has come available in the last 2 years, let's say.
I was going to say, you took words out of my mouth. Would we be having this exact conversation 2 years ago, saying, the Chinese will smash the market? No. They came in, they've smashed the market, and we're going,
I will disagree with you, or maybe I'll boast a little bit. 3 years ago, when Haval launched their H2, the official Haval launch, I said then, in the 1960s, when Toyota and Nissan arrived,
it took them 20 years to build a market.
they were called jack crap. And it took them 20 years to build a market. What happened in the 1990s? Hyundai and Kia arrived.
Took them 10.
Correct. And I said 3 years ago, it would take the Chinese 5.
Is it on a video, Al?
No.
Oh.
Actually, maybe, you know.
If it's
There
on
is a
it
video
didn't
on the
happen.
Haval H2 from early days of me doing videos. I may have said something there. I can't recall. But I said 5 years. They've
Yeah,
done
well,
it in
they've
even
done
less.
it less. Yeah. No, it has been a remarkable
Yeah.
success story. So it'll be very interesting to see if BAIC keep up the tradition.
Well, they've got 2 now that are leading the way. They've got to be the 3rd.
We could see, I haven't driven this car yet,
Yeah.
but if you say it's up there with the quality that the Cherries and the Vals have now managed to achieve,
Look, it may not be quite.
should be no reason
But
why they
then,
don't.
Yeah, not knocking Jeep. The Wrangler it has still got that touch of rough and ready.
That's what's nice about it.
Yeah, but that's part of the character. Exactly.
Yeah, it's the
So
brand.
if there are a couple of little things on this one, so what?
Yeah, no, agreed,
It really doesn't matter.
agreed.
You know what? You're looking for a dinkum off-roader that's different, that's big, that's a brute, that'll probably tow whatever you want. And there is the diesel option with manual gearbox only at this stage.
For your
Don't be silly. I'm not saying buy it, I'm saying go and look at it. So don't shoot me if I got it wrong.
No, as I haven't driven it, but from what I see of it, it's going to be interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
if the go matches the show, you're sorted. If the
There we go.
reliability's there, it's a
Look,
hub-
that's something
it's
I can't comment
it's
on.
a home run. It just wait.
Cannot comment on long term
We
at this
have
stage.
to wait and see.
Correct.
We have to wait and see.
But then again, the entry price.
Yeah, buys a lot of forgiveness.
Correct.
Good,
That's it on that one from Will and Al.
sorted.
See you next time.